How y'all doing? Shawn here again with Custom Offsets TV. Today we're going to take a little look at TPMS sensors and what they're all about.
Big trucks decked out, rolling through the wood and it flexed out. Rims so big and the windows black, got the light bulb lit up, double chromed out stacks. Yeah, we love to get them dirty, but still they so clean. Custom Offsets, Team Sensors, the team, we on top of it now. We ain't never gonna fade, so you better get ready, we're taking over the game.
So these little guys are called TPMS. This is a TPMS sensor. It stands for Tire Pressure Monitoring System, and this is the sensor. So a lot of people, when they order wheels and tires from us, they're asked if they want to include these, and some people just don't even know what they are. They don't know how to set them. They don't know that they'll actually be picked up by the vehicle, and we just get a lot of questions in general about them. So we're just going to do a quick little overview. This is the actual sensor. It gets located on a lot of wheels now. They have actually two different valve stems. They have the one where you're putting in the air, and then the other one for the sensor. That just puts less stress and pressure, no pun intended, when you're filling up or letting air out on the sensor itself. So these would be in the back of this wheel. So it's just a valve stem, just like the one where you fill the air up, but then it's got this paddle in the back, which is a sensor. When this goes round and round, it's telling your truck the pressure in each of your tires. So a lot of times what we'll hear is, I don't even know if my truck has them or if I need them. 2006 and a half-ish, a law was passed that every motor vehicle has to have them, so they're required by law. So if you have a 2007 or newer, yes, your vehicle has them. Yes, you're going to need them if you get aftermarket wheels and tires. If it's before that, a lot of times you can just flip your key forward where all the dash lights up and look for that flat tire indicator. That means you have them. Or if you have an information sensor, odds are it's a newer vehicle and you do have them. But otherwise you can go through and look for TPMS or tire pressures, and that's what these little guys are doing, is they're telling your vehicle the pressure inside of each of your tires. So a lot of times we get the comment of, I could save $149 and I'll just take the ones out of my stock wheels and I'll put them in my wheels and tires when they get here. Well, that means that you're going to have to take apart something we've already mounted and balanced, steal the ones out of your other wheels, so basically deflate those and pull the sensors out, and then put them back in here, and then you're good to go until it's time for you to want these back in your stock wheels, because now you've got a set of wheels that can't legally be added to a vehicle either because they're missing the sensors. By the time you're done with it, the $149 for all four of them installed is a better deal. I know, because back in the day I did it. I tried to save money and just flip and flop. I ended up spending more money flipping and flopping sensors than if I'd have just bought a set. Some places will charge $320 and up to have four of these installed. Like I said, we're only $149. We try to keep it cheap and just pass on a lot of that savings to you guys. So a lot of these are universal. What that means is they'll fit a lot of makes and models. So when you first get your vehicle and bolt everything on, sometimes you got to drive 200 miles for the vehicle to learn them. So it also takes a minute for your vehicle to forget them. So you may have in the first 30 miles, it looks like everything's working, your tire pressures are good, and then you go to get in your truck one day and the sensors are going off, or you've got that flat tire light. That just means that it likely forgot the old ones finally, and now it needs a couple hundred miles to learn them. If you don't pick them up in the first couple hundred miles, I would take it to a local shop and have them learned. All they do is they take a $350 tool that's similar to this, and they go around to each one of them, activate it, put the vehicle in learn mode, and then it goes ahead and picks them up when they spin around the second time. If they're charging more than about 20 bucks to do all four of them, you're being overcharged. It should be right around $20, $25 to learn the whole vehicle. There are exceptions to the rule. I believe Lexus and a couple other vehicles, you've got to have the actual software, so you got to end up at a dealership, and of course then you're going to pay $100, $125 to have them programmed. But most vehicles, and I believe all trucks, can be done with that tool, and it should be about 20, 25 bucks. But like I said, give it some time, drive on them, and see if the vehicle won't pick them up on its own, or go on YouTube and find out how to learn it, because sometimes you can just reset them on your vehicle and it'll actually pick them up then when you drive. So another one that we get all the time is CO2 is our Silverado 2500 HD. We put sensors in that without even realizing that because it's an HD, it wants 80 pounds of pressure like what we're in the stock wheels. Well, we're running mud tires and we don't want to run them at the max of 65 because it'll go down the road like a lumber truck. So we're running about 50, 55 pounds in that truck. Well, it's going to throw a code because it's telling the truck that there's not enough pressure in there. So at first I thought I wasted my money getting sensors because my light's on. But then I realized I can still go to my information center and I can see that I'm running 55 pounds of pressure because it tells me what my pressures are in each tire. So in the end, it probably was the best thing to do is have the sensors, because at least I know I don't truly have a low tire, or I have an issue where I'm lighter in the front, lighter in the back, or have one tire that's getting under pressured. So all in all, I would still buy these for the 2500s. Back in the day, you could actually go in and change the vehicle settings and learn it or tell it with a programmer to reduce the desired pressure that it's going for, but they've taken that away. I know on the Silverados and also on the Ram 1500s from 15 and 16 on, you cannot train it anymore. It basically is stuck wanting that 80-85 pounds, and you just have to deal with the light, but at least you'll know what you're running. The other thing is, if this thing's sitting out on a day like today when it's 40 below zero up here in Wisconsin, it will start to, the molecules shrink and some other Bill Nye the Science Guy shit, but basically the tire pressure reduces and you might get a light, because this is looking for 3 to 5 pounds of change in pressure. So just cold air can send your light off. Drive the truck for 30 minutes, let it warm up a little bit, or let the temperature warm up before you panic and start pounding a bunch of air into your tire, because odds are you've just got a cold tire, which is causing that pressure to be low. But I always double check it just to make sure you didn't lose pressure overnight. The final one is probably just, you know, when our customers are going looking for these on the website, it's just right in the drop downs. So literally when you build a wheel and tire package, 149 bucks, you choose that. We're going to mount it, balance them, and it's going to come already installed. One thing you want to check when you go to put this wheel on the truck, this stem sticks out. So if this were a 15-inch wheel and I'm putting it on a Chevy with a big old 2500 disc brake, this valve stem could catch that caliper. So you need to make sure that that valve stem on the inside is clearing that caliper, or you're going to drive down the road and you're going to clear off all your valve stems, which means you just cut your $150 tire pressure sensors. So definitely check that when you do fitment, when you get a new wheel and tire package, make sure she's good to go and that you're safe heading down the road. So hopefully that helped out. As always, we're just bringing you the stuff that we keep getting questions on. So if you want to know more about TPMS or some sexy other topic, let us know. Subscribe to us on Custom Offsets TV, and also come out and check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Peace.